Turn the stupid things off. What cave have you guys been living in? And we're the idiots? Relax, I'm just kidding. Well, duh. Why would you want to do something like that? Makes sense. Things are not equal. Hey, it could happen. Somewhere in the stack of books that I laughingly refer to as my library, there's one by Paul Frère, the late Belgian journalist and car racer. In this book, published in about 1962, he talks about what you might wear in a race car. And he says, in a closed car, it gets pretty hot, so maybe a t-shirt. What? And in an open car, you might want to consider wearing a seatbelt. You might? I think so. Well, that was before Nomex was invented. And now, every race car driver wears a three-piece Nomex fireproof suit, a helmet with a HANS device, and a 5-point safety harness. You got to work pretty hard to kill yourself in a race car these days. I know, I've tried twice. Hasn't made it work so far. It got me to thinking about this Humboldt crash where all these kids died in that bus crash. Were there seatbelts in that bus? If there were, was anybody wearing them? I mean, back in the early days of aviation, nobody wore a seatbelt in an airplane, and now you can't take off or land without wearing them, and they recommend you wear them all the time. Now, if an airplane augers into a cornfield somewhere in Saskatchewan, the chances are a seatbelt's not going to do you any good. But for normal kind of turbulence, it might help you from getting thrown out of your seat, might help you from bashing your head against the seatbelt. It might just save your life, or at least save some serious injury. Isn't it about time we started making sure that everybody in a bus wore seatbelts? Some buses have them, some buses don't. I don't know any bus driver that insists that you wear them. I know since this horrible tragedy in Saskatchewan, every time I get in a bus, I look for a seatbelt and I wear it. It's about time we started thinking, like airplanes, like cars, when you're in a bus, buckle up. I'm Jim Kenzie.
So if you're watching this on Facebook, please remember the big three: to like, to share, and to follow. And if you're watching us on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button. We've got 30 years of content. There's got to be something you like.